Hey, what's up my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor and I help people navigate through their spiritual awakening process. And today I'm going to share with you 5 lifestyle adjustments that will drastically raise and elevate your vibration. The motive for doing this is it's pretty evident when your vibration is high, which we all kind of, our vibration oscillates throughout the day, week, month, year. And you know you're revving at a high rate when you feel good. Honestly, you feel the obvious sensation is just feeling good. You feel like your life is in the flow, like things are just kind of happening for you. Opportunities come your way. Just there's a grace and an ease to life. You experience more synchronicity, more of the patterns, more of the divine guidance manifesting in your physical reality. And you are just flying high, man. And there are many different types of influences that all have a relevant effect on your vibration. So again, today's video is going to share with you 5 things, practical things you can do. Everyone can do this in their day-to-day life that will make sure you're revving at a higher frequency and therefore experiencing all of the benefits I just mentioned, and then many more. Number 1 is eating a clean, healthy, light diet. Honoring your body. In my experience, both with myself, talking to you guys, specifically going through this awakening process, and also as a decade working as a personal trainer, the one thing that was just super clear to me is that everybody is different. It's not wise to just replicate someone else's diet because your body could react completely differently. And your body is going to call for different things depending on a lot of different circumstances and variables. And it's not that hard to just go and honor your own experience. Foods that will raise your vibration will make you feel good, clear-headed, and energized. And then foods that will lower your vibration will do the exact opposite. Generally speaking, we could all pretty much benefit from eating a lot of foods that have a high water content, like fruits and vegetables, and just lighter foods will tend to make you feel really good. But just being mindful of your diet, honoring your body, being willing to shift gears at times depending on the season or what you have going on in your life, and just being sort of in the moment with what your body wants at that time can go a very long way to having a lot of other obvious health benefits, but also, as I mentioned, keeping your vibration nice and high. Number 2 has to do with your actions. And this can range from, what I mean by this is there are certain types of actions that tend to, I would say, promote more of a virtuous sort of state of being, if that doesn't make too much sense. What I mean is holding doors for people, smiling at people, even in your own attitude. A good test I like to do sometimes is whenever I'm in a long line, especially when people are going kind of slow and someone's counting their pennies on the table, that kind of thing, where typically it can evoke a lot of like rushy energy. I try to be calm. I try to be patient. I try not to allow myself to be irritated with the people in front of me. And just that kind of thing, just our attitude and just being a genuine, a good Samaritan, a good person can go a long way. And if you don't believe me, just notice how you feel. Next time you hold the door for somebody and you smile at them on the way out, it has a very immediate and profound impact on your energy. That's your vibration. You can feel the difference in going from maybe you're in kind of a sullen mood and you hold the door for somebody and you can sense that they've appreciated. You will feel your energy shift and you will feel just really, really good just for something so simple. This can also go into avoiding taking action. And again, many complex, they can get into the complexity of this, but just avoid doing things essentially that put you in a lower vibrational state, which you can recognize when you're just not feeling good, when you're feeling more depressed and low and angry and anxious and fearful and irritated. Those are more lower vibration emotions, and certain things you'll find, of course, will put you in that state. You want to avoid those and be a good person, and you will be revving high. Number 3 is really controlling your input. What I mean by that is your sensory input. The content, the information that is all around us, we have a choice of where we focus our attention. And there's a lot of vibration lowering input out there that is presented in a way that makes it almost addicting to it's hard not to look at. So this can take some willpower. But for example, rather than watching the evening news for 2 hours and feeling like you want to slit your wrists after, you read a nice good book that gives you new information, new insight, new wisdom. I like to listen to audiobooks. I like to constantly read because it's just so powerful in it actually improves my life, improves how I feel about myself, improves my state of optimism, raises my vibration, and it's a matter of choice. I've created the habit of reading for about 45 minutes every morning. It's something I've been doing for a while, and it's very helpful. And at the same time, I've cut out habits which in the past used to be just watching like a lot of television in the evening, which is not inherently bad. There's good television, bad television, depending on who you are and your preferences. This is not a judgment call. But in the past, I used to kind of just mindlessly zone out in front of the TV for hours on end. And those hours I could have been better spent reading and researching and meditating and working on myself and largely impacting my quality of life. Number 4, this is a way to really like jack up your vibration. I say doing all the other things will help you be at your more optimal level, but this next thing I'm going to suggest will actually, I think, raise the bar, raise your potential. And it's just more of like dedicating yourself to a spiritual practice, and you're going to find that different people are fond of different things. I personally like to meditate. I like different breath work, breathing exercises, yoga. There are just many different sorts of spiritual types of practices that will help raise your vibration. Another thing I do is self-inquiry. I like to give myself what I call, for one, I like to go inside and try to like be aware of my inner workings and try to understand why I tick, to help break unconscious negative mental patterns. I also like to give myself conscious pep talks. I'll visualize sometimes. A lot of times in the morning I visualize a new habit I want to implement or how I want my day to go. And I just try to really exercise my muscle of consciousness in all of these different ways. And this is something you can really notice an immediate benefit. If you were to meditate for like 15 minutes right now, you would come out of it feeling, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, more in the flow, more acceptance, more in the moment, more at peace, etc. So I would say it's not essential, but it's been helpful to me big time on my spiritual journey and keeping myself, not even so much labeling as a higher vibrational state, but more feeling good more of the time. Number 5, I'm going to steal a line from my old business coach. He was helped me. It was a guy I used to work with to help me grow my fitness business. He said, you need to surround yourself with winners because you are not going to so much be able to grow all that much more than the people you surround yourself with. I think studies have sort of concluded that you basically become the average of who you surround yourself with. So he said, surround yourself with winners, people on the up and up, people who you want to resonate with, and at the same time be willing to let go of what he called the crabs, people who want to pull you down and they don't want you to succeed because your success and your happiness and your joy and your growth makes them feel insecure about themselves. A lot of people have those types of characters in their lives, and a lot of guilt and a lot of different sort of things can keep us bound to those kinds of relationships. But the reality is it will affect your vibration. It will stop you and stifle you from reaching your potential, and this is more of a personal choice, but I've concluded that it's okay to let people go if they really don't have my best interest at heart. And number 6, I know I said 5, I think I might have said 5 thing, but this number 6 came to me last night. I was kind of mapping out I had mapped out all my videos I was going to shoot today, and then I was in my bed over there journaling, and I was kind of just writing down some notes, and just took about 10 minutes to journal where I was at, some of the lessons I'm trying to integrate into my life, asking myself which ones I have been succeeding at, which ones do I need to work at, if so, what should I do in order to kind of make it happen. Just, again, personal journaling, essentially. And it dawned on me that should be another one, is taking time for yourself. I don't have a lot of time for myself like that. I guess more than I used to, a lot more. But I have 3 children, a wife, I have a friend now I go out to the gym with, so I have my life is kind of more busy. But I find that when I neglect to take time for myself, my vibration lowers. I don't keep up because our life is our best spiritual teacher. It's constantly giving us insights and lessons about ourselves, especially now in this age of awakening. And if I don't take time to kind of process and, again, keep up the pace and do the inner work, which sometimes could be just pondering my existence for 20 minutes, whether I'm writing it down or not in a journal, it can be very, very valuable. After my little journaling experience, which took about 5-10 minutes, I felt really good. I felt like, oh, wow. I felt like I needed that. I didn't do that all weekend, and that was very helpful. So I wanted to add that in. Lastly, I just want to leave you off with this. In the past, I would have seen the video just like this and tried to will myself to do everything all at once. And I succeeded in a sense. Many years ago, when I first started to become aware of this grand awakening, I took control of my diet. I was meditating all the time. I avoided all people pretty much. I went into my own little bubble, my little lonely high vibration bubble. And the result was me being unhealthy, detached, imbalanced, antisocial, and ultimately very unhappy when I did not honor my own natural pace. So I want to leave you with this. Pace yourself. Maybe your diet sucks. You've never meditated in your life, and you have a bunch of toxic friends. Don't feel. I do not want for anyone to watch this and feel like compelled to just be drastic. Your life will assist you in all of these things in your own natural way, at your own natural pace, and it's very important to honor it, because even if you do all these things flawlessly, I would suspect that you're going to find other things that you realize you can integrate to improve that. And it's a long life of continual growth, and I think it's going to be like that until the day we die. So I've concluded as of recently to more so pace myself, enjoy the journey, and just kind of do my best. And that has helped me learn to be content where I'm at and not need to be at a higher vibration to be happy with myself and my life. So anyways, my friends, I thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. I wish you all nothing but the best. I will speak to you tomorrow. Namaste.